I used to have 250 plus plants. And then, ooh, crystal. What's it called? If you know, please let me know, because I can't think about it right now. I can't think. It's like escaped my mind. If any of you have advice on how to set your under eyes so your mascara doesn't smudge, story of my life. I've tried everything. Literally, I've tried everything. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. How cute is the little doggy on my house? To anyone who's watching this or who has subscribed, thank you so much. I know I'm just like baby little channel, but like baby steps turn into new beginnings, right? I think we should all make little baby steps every day. Anyways, anywho, today I'm double fisting. I have chicken soup in one mug, and then I have lemon ginger tea mixed with oat straw in this mug, because apparently oat straw is anti-inflammatory and also it's good for brain cognition, which I need a cognitive brain. I need that. I need all the brain functioning I can get. All hands on deck for the brain function, please. Because my brain doesn't like to brain some days, but today we're braining just fine. So I just thought, you know, a precaution would be drink some oat straw. No, I actually just had a bunch of it in a little container and I kind of want to use it up. But also I want to use it. I want to see if I notice my functioning. I also want to notice if I like being a guinea pig and testing things on myself. It's fun to try things at least once. So, I've said this in a previous video, I think. Ow, itchy. I used to collect houseplants back in 2020 like everyone else. I loved them more than anything. They brought me so much joy. So I have to restart all over again. And that's okay. I moved from Toronto to... I'm like, should I tell you where I live? I guess it doesn't really matter. I feel like it doesn't matter. I'm safe. Stranger danger, safety. Stranger danger, safety. Stranger danger, safety. Okay, I have it. I moved from Toronto into Grey County, huge area. And when I moved, I went from owning a place to renting because I didn't know how long I'd be here. And I was hesitant to put very many holes in the walls to hang up my grow lights and other things. Did I do it anyways? Yes. Should I have done it with my grow lights? Yes, but I didn't. But we all make mistakes and we learn from them, hopefully. Sometimes we make mistakes over and over and over and over again. We never learn, but isn't that the part of being human? Fucking up and fucking up and fucking up and fucking up. Like, what's that? Insanity means you're like doing the same thing over and over again. That's the definition of insanity. Shut up. Sorry. I'm sassy sometimes. Nah. You need a little bit of sass to defend yourself in this world, if you know what I mean. I used to have over 200 plants. I think I actually have 260 something. When I moved, they perished, so if I ever move again, I'm going to rent out a little like buggy to attach to my car, and I'm going to transport my plants myself. And no one's going to handle them because they don't handle them with care. I also will have to wrap them a little bit better. It was just hard because they were some of them were massive. And I hope if I ever do move, which that's the plan eventually one day. I've never really been an Ontario gal. I could totally see myself living in like Alberta or Vancouver, more specifically Whistler, near the mountains, which like part of the reason why I moved from Toronto to Grey County is because they have hills. I was gonna say mountains. They're hills up here, but I am surrounded by all different terrain and all different outdoor activities, which is why I love it up here. Like the beach is just 5 minutes, and then the hill, the hill is just 5 minutes. I get the best of both worlds. Thank you, Hannah Montana, for the inspiration there. But yeah, so my channel is probably going to turn into I don't know, it's just lifestyle, chatty, planty, food, and just life, girl stuff, cats, dog, no men. If you're a girl and you're watching this, make sure that you build yourself up and build your own kingdom. That way no man can ever take that away from you. You're welcome. Excuse me. I took off my hat because I felt like it was getting in the way. Okay, I know I'm weird, but I'm about to get a little bit weirder. And I'm gonna show you why. I don't feel like getting up, even though I just got up. Well, no, I just kind of want to see if I can do this. But I want to see, if I can, it's not working. Oh, I want to see if I can scoot myself over to my plants. Because I want to sit in this chair. Okay, I'm making this so much harder for myself. And I need to. I feel like once I get here, I'll be fine. Because then I can grab that. You see? Why am I like this? I don't know. We're almost here. Okay, we're here. I'm going to start off with the ones that I bought at the greenhouse, at least in this section. I think there's only 2. The rest are from Facebook Marketplace. This one here is called a Silver Limbo. It's a begonia, and they had a couple other varieties there. I've had begonias in the past. I think I had the angel wings one, which grew really easily for me. I think it's pretty easy and quick climbing growing begonia. I feel like looking at this right now, the leaves look a lot more dark green, but when I bought it because it was much more silver, and I think it's just like a lighting thing. But that's the cool thing about begonias is they're such unique plants, and their foliage is it's like this ethereal, like technicolor kind of, I don't know. It's like almost like opalescent. When you see a puddle that has oil in it, it reminds me of that, because like if you look at the puddle from different directions, you see like a triad of colors. Actually, probably more than 3 colors. You see the whole rainbow. This is such a basic plant, but it's actually probably one of my favorite plants ever. Peperomia Hope, and it's just so darling. It's so cute. I would love to have like a big bushy one that I could hang from the ceiling one day. I love, it's very similar to the Dischidia. But I think I prefer this. It's hardier and it's easier to take care of. I feel like it grows quicker as well. What's the Dischidia one called? I can't remember. String of coins, maybe? Or dollar vine? I don't know. But little lovely. I'll probably be able to pot her up just a teensy little bit, because I want to encourage growth and I also want to fertilize her, and I feel like springtime is the time to do that. So a lot of these plants came to me in Tupperware, and the purpose of them being in Tupperware were so they could establish their root system. Obviously, I'm an eager beaver and I wanted to get them out into my home, and I hope that that doesn't affect the growth of their roots. I don't want to fiddle around with them too much because they're just little babies, but this is literally an Adansonii and it's such a little baby. I know from the past that these grow very quickly. It's also known as the Swiss cheese plant because, voila, looks like cheese. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but I believe it's Joepi. Please feel free to correct me in the comments down below. Since I was really young, I've struggled to say just regular English words, so pronouncing these can be a challenge for me, but like whatever. Okay, I'm not all there. Sometimes I should be nicer to myself. I believe that this plant grows to be pretty large, the leaves, so I'm excited about that. This is the container it was given to me, and so I'm assuming that it has a well-established root system. I can see a tiny bit there, but actually that might even just be soil. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I'm excited about this one. This one I've never had before. It's a philodendron, and it's called subhastatum, I don't know. Subhastatum. Yo, get used to me fucking these all up, like seriously. But I really like that the bottom underneath is red, but you can still see the green like bordering it. That's really neat. And I don't know what this looks like when it's much bigger, but I'm excited to find out. I think it's really pretty. It's making me crave brownies for some reason. I think it's because like this looks like a red velvet cake. I just want cupcakes really bad. This one here is a tangled little mess. I'm just gonna untangle that. This one is a Burl Marks, but it's variegated, so that could be neat. There's not a ton of variegation on all of the leaves. Like, these are just two completely different colors, but this looks like a newer leaf, and it's almost split in half. Little baby, so cute. They're still really like tiny juvenile plants, so we have a long way to go, but it's so fun to see them this size, and then like in a few months back I'll be able to look at this video and oh my god, they'll be like completely different plants. Ooh. This one is leaking. This one is, I hope it's okay. I'm curious if one of my cats got at it because it seems a little bit limp right here. Oh, and it's dripping all over me. This one is an Epiprenum, and then a sea anemone. This is an Epiprenum pinnatum albo. Also, I've never had this one before, so quite excited. The white leaf is really pretty. Honestly, I would love a plant that just produced all white. Do they have houseplants that are just like albino? Because I want one. This is a cross between a Gigi and a Magnificum. These leaves right now are just, they're very sheen. They look silky. But still just little babies. I feel like Anthurium are pretty silky looking. Here we have some classic Micans. When I had Micans last time, I struggled a bit with this plant, but I loved the like velveteen texture of them. They're so beautiful, and I think a lush hanging basket of these would look so pretty. I'm a little bit worried about it, if I'm being honest. I just don't want it to get root rot. I feel like it could be because this leaf is curling. So I'm just gonna, I should probably take it out of the pot. Oh yeah, it feels dense and slightly overwatered. Please don't die on me. This plant, I have no idea what the larger version looks like. When I'm editing, if I feel like it, if I find the time, I will post a larger picture of one that I can find. I think you would pronounce that as Adopense. Correct me in the comments, please. I hope that I gain some followers who can help me because I need it. I really do. Also, I just need friends, but that's a topic for another day. I think the rest here are just Scindapsus, which, are they part of the pothos family? I don't know. They're very similar to pothos, but they're such slow growers. So I'm really gonna try and fertilize them and take care of them, and do my research to grow beautiful long hanging plants. But this one is a Scindapsus tribumint. Sorry if I'm not saying that right. I'm gonna stop apologizing from here on out. Just know that that's just me. I pronounce things funny. I do have a little bit of a learning disability as well, so that might be it. This one is Scindapsus platinum. She is stunning. Like, so beautiful. Look at the intricacies of her veins. I know it's like not that big of a deal, but to me it is. I think you're so pretty. And you're sparkly. also a little bit sparkly. This is definitely, you can see like the silver in this leaf. So pretty. I love Mother Nature. Like, what? I think I just found another anthurium, which I didn't know I had, because this looks very anthurium-like. Magnificum and Ace of Spades Dark. It's such a cutie little baby. It's so cute. These plants right now in these like baby size don't even do the actual plant justice on how beautiful they are, but still really cute. Just like, I'm excited to nurture you into a beautiful, luscious plant. This Scindapsus is just a silver splash, also just so pretty. Like, how could you have a bad day just looking? It's literally art. It's Mother Nature's beautiful art. We live on such a cool planet. This one is the Scindapsus. I want to call it Trebi Dark. Hey Google, how do I pronounce this? I really love the Scindapsus Jade. I think I paid like $30 for a single leaf back in like, I don't know, 2022. And a lot of these I paid either $3 or $5 for. I don't know how this compares to a jade. The jade might be a little bit similar of like a pothos leaf. This one's a little bit longer in shape. And it might be a tiny bit darker, but I really love dark leaves. I love all plants. Except for crotums. Is that what they're called? Crusty crotums? I feel bad though, like I walk by them and I feel so sad for them. They're very like fall-esque. Like they would look nice outside in the fall and that's about it, but I don't want to bring them in my home. Ooh, you know which plant I also don't like? My mom bought me one once and I had to pretend to like it. What was it? It's the one that has like the red long stick in the middle flower. It's a bloom probably. They sell them at the grocery store often. I imagine that's where she bought it, but I can't even think of the name right now. This one is very similar. This one is very similar to, it's another Scindapsus, but it's very similar to the Silver Princess. This one's just called the Silver Lady, and I don't know what the differences are when they're much bigger. Like, is the Silver Lady just, does it stay tiny forever? Because that would be really cute. That would be a really cute trailing plant. Although I feel like this one is more of a climbing plant because it has an aerial root. So I feel like it's going to do better climbing. But one can imagine it trailing and being beautiful. We will see. We will soon find out. But also stunning. Thank you so much for being here with me right now because I wouldn't have anyone else to share my excitement with and just like my love for these little... It's bittersweet because I just heard thunder. I really did have such a beautiful collection before, and I almost wish that I had started a YouTube channel because I think I would have kept them, and I don't know, I feel like I'd still have them. So it's kind of sad, but we're starting over, and you weren't there when I first got them, and I was a lot more shy to talk to a camera. Like, I'm getting used to it. That's probably why I didn't have a channel. Anyways, I'm just rambling. I didn't even realize, but I picked up a jade satin. So we can compare. Yeah, see, the jade is much more like a pothos leaf. Especially this one, it's so big. I'm worried though, because the leaves are curling. I hope that they don't die. But in comparison, the dark actually probably is, I don't know, I really like the shape of this leaf, but I do like that these are a little bit darker, and Same but different. They're completely different. I just don't want you to have root rot. Please. Please. I wonder if I should leave it or put it in a little bit less of a dense medium. There are some beautiful roots at the bottom. They look fine. I don't know if you can see. There's like a little bit there. They look okay. I think it just needs some sunlight. I don't know if I showed this one, but I don't think I did. And this one is the last Scindapsus and the last plant here. And it's a Trebi. I want to call it Trevi, but it's not Trevi. But like I want to call you Trevi. I'm going to show you how it's spelled. If you can see. It's Treubii. Trevi. Trevi. I'm starting my own language and bees are now bees. It's a cute little healthy baby. The color is almost like, it's almost like turquoise. It's so dark. It's like a turquoise kind of green. And this one, I hope this isn't a sign of any issue, but it is a lot lighter here than it is at the top. Maybe it's still hardening and maturing because this one's baby. Yeah, I feel like this one's still just kind of maturing. Let's fingers crossed. And then, oh, so pretty. Like really stunning. Beautiful. Okay, let's move on to the plants in my bedroom that are still in the container. It sucks because I have to get out of my little rolly chair. Okay. I'm just gonna do like a quick little run through. This one is a Philodendron Brandy Peru, which is cute. This one is a Philodendron Campospartum, Campos portatum, Channing Tatum. We're just gonna call it Channing Tatum. This leaf is a little bit wonky, but I'm sure it'll look cute eventually. Like how am I supposed to pronounce that? She's just gonna be a Philodendron Nina. I think it's called a Nangaritens. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's also so baby, so like it has a long way to go. This one is a Tortum, which I did once have, and I struggled with this plant big time. So I hope that I can get it nice and long and luscious, but we will see. This one is an Adansonii. I think it's had too much water, but it is like a variegated marbled version, which will be cool once it has the fenestrations. This is the cute pink Princess Peperomia. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. That leaf is entirely pink, pretty well. I'm hoping that I can have like a mostly pink plant. That would be so cool. I think this is called an Emeridian. I don't know. I have to search, but I saw that she was selling it, and I think I googled the larger plant, and I really liked it. It is also a little bit more of a silvery plant, which is cool. Just cute. Pretty new leaf coming in. Looks pretty big and looks healthy. It could also poke out an eye, which we like. Here is a Philodendron varicosum, which again, I cannot wait for these to get much bigger than they are. I'm just gonna swap these boxes. Okay. Next up, I did grab a panicula, oftentimes called a ping plant. They are carnivorous, so the sticky traps will reach any fungus gnats that need to get out of the way. But also, it was blooming. In fact, 2 of them were blooming. So I'm like, I need you. You're coming home with me. This one is a Pinguicula morensi. I think that's pretty common. This one is an agnata. Now, Anthurium pterodactyl, I want to say. We'll see what this turns into. It's like, it's barely giving, but it will give. Here's a painted lady, which isn't really sitting properly in this, so I definitely need to give her some TLC, but she'll be nice and beautiful very soon. Here is a philodendron gigas, which velvety, beautiful leaves. Cannot wait for them to be massive. Here's a baby Soderoy ornatum, also philodendron. So tiny. I'm gonna put you in here. This one is a philodendron Burl Marx, also super tiny. Like, are you even real? You're a little baby. I have a wet stick of a Monstera obliqua, so we will see what comes of this. I might get a larger container for the little babies and create kind of like a greenhouse environment. I could always use one of these because I have an extra one, and just fill it up with sphagnum moss and keep them all together. Here's a little baby Melanochrysum. Really stunning leaves, but they're so tiny. A lot of these plants I've never had before. This one, I think I had an El Chaco red, but it never grew into the full size because I schmurdered it beforehand. Oops. I actually got a lot more Anthurium than I thought. Here's a black velvet. It has a little baby, which I hope it does okay. Here's a variegated Soderoy. And then philodendron linami. It's very heart-shaped and cute. So I think I got all of them, but they do have a long way to go. My little calathea that my cats have attacked. Also my birds of paradise, which my cat Daisy also had a heyday with. I'm thinking that eventually I'll probably chop and crop and chop eventually once it starts to give new leaves, because she ruined a good thing. I was so happy when I found this at the garden center yesterday, but I don't know the technical name, but to me it's just a cuddly cactus. I had one of these before and it was probably one of my favorite plants. It's hardy, it's cute, it's delicious. I love it. Here we have some cuttings of some Hoyas. I think this is a Lacanosa, which honestly doesn't feel like it's doing too hot. I should probably pay more attention to these. And then this one is a Wyetii. You don't look very healthy. I think when I first got this guy, I underwatered him, but then I fell in love. I'm like, you're such a beautiful plant. I probably will also just chop and crop. I have a string of hearts that needs to be untangled, and I will get to that probably in my next video. And then I also I used to have hanging string of pearls and variegated string of hearts. I think I had a dolphins too back in my previous collection, and when these are full and long, they're so beautiful. So I am excited to start out with these little babies, and it'll kind of give me something to nurture in the meantime. I struggled with the turtles last time. They got all like soggy and turned into basically mushy peas, but I know that their care is similar to a jade plant, so I think I just have to water it less in comparison to like the hearts and the peas. Although I think I know for a fact that these are more hardy, but I feel like when I had it last time, they got away with a little bit more watering than the turtles. So that about wraps up the start to my new plant collection. I'm still a little bit sad over the loss of my other plants, but at least this time I'm recording what I have, and it will be really fun to see the plants that I collect, how I style them, and I'm also excited to be a part of a community because I'm such an awkward turtle, which I think a lot of us on YouTube kind of are, which is probably why we start YouTube channels in the first place. It's just nice and cozy to be in your home. And then if you also just have a hobby, like if you're watching this and you have a hobby, or I don't know, you should totally start uploading too, because it's fun and it's good for self-growth and expansion. And I'm really excited to see where this takes me. And I'm so grateful and thankful that you have watched this. If you've made it this far, thank you so much. Please leave me any comments if you want to like help me, or I don't know, whatever you want, you can. Oops. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go paint my nails. I'll show you when they're done. But for now, bye. I'm just contemplating if I should put the blur on my skin because it'll make me look a little bit better, a little more flawless, but you know what, whatever, fuck it. I think I'm just too lazy to like fiddle with the settings. But also I feel like I would look better. Does it matter? Eh. We're all gonna die and wrinkle and age. You stop. Stop, okay.